Now, speaking of how people feel about this bill, Mr. President, we see signs of opposition everywhere. Public opinion is overwhelming. We've seen unanimous in all the polls across the country. The American people are saying, don't pass this bill. Last month's gubernatorial elections in New Jersey and Virginia were a stinging rebuke to the Democratic approach of more spending, more debt, higher taxes, and endless bureaucracy. And, Mr. President, there's a new development. Just yesterday in my home state, there was a special election for the state Senate. Why would that be worthy of commentary on the Senate floor? Let me describe the situation, Mr. President. It was a 3-to-1 Democratic district. Because of state issues, the Democratic state administration was intensely interested in winning that seat. They spent $1 million cumulatively, the candidate, the Democratic state party, and an outside interest group in support of the Democrat, $1 million on just one side of a state Senate race in a rural area of my state. On the other side was the Republican candidate, outspent 5-to-1. Outspent 5-to-1 in a 3-to-1 Democratic district. The Republican candidate for the state Senate won by 12 points. How did that happen? Mr. President, he had one message. One message. Oppose the Reid bill, oppose what Pelosi's doing, oppose what the Democrats in Washington are doing. In other words, the candidate who was outspent 5-to-1 in a district where he was out-registered 3-to-1 made the sole issue in the state Senate race what is happening here in Washington on this bill that's on this floor. That ought to tell you, Mr. President, on the heels of the Virginia and New Jersey elections, what's happening in this country. People have seen enough and heard enough, and they want it to stop. The message is simple. This health care bill is a losing formula all around. That's the message Americans are sending loud and clear. The signs are everywhere. We saw it yesterday in my home state. It's time to stop this bill and start over.